What in the world is that?
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everybody, and thank you all for attending today's Restaurant News Networking Group, Chapter 1 at 11 a.m. We are a group of vendors to the restaurant industry who are here to help each other in their business and also to try and help restaurateurs to get through the challenges that they face today. We combined have hundreds of years of experience in the industry, and we're here to help. If anybody would like to attend one of our meetings, whether you be a vendor or a restaurateur, please give us a call at 561-620-8888 or go to our website, trnusa.com. And our YouTube page is Today's Restaurant. Want to welcome back Casey to our second meeting.
Thank you.
Nice to have you back. And we have a new face on the board. Where did he go?
We had a new face on the board.
Yeah, there he is, right in the middle.
There he is.
I don't think I went anywhere.
Mark Sobolewski. No, Lewski.
Sobolewski.
Yeah, Lewski. Okay, don't want to change the O to an E. Okay, Mark, welcome. Thanks for coming. If you'd like to, just give us a quick intro as to who you are and what you do. And as I said, we'll double back so that you can add to anything that you might have missed.
Well, thank you, Howard. Again, my name is Mark Sobolewski. To simplify the pronunciation, everybody calls me Sobo, S-O-B-O. So that's
what I'm going to do.
There we go. So I'm with Atlas Insurance Agency. We're an agency out of Sarasota, Florida. I'm not sure if everyone is in the Southeast or in Florida, but we're a one location insurance agency that's almost entirely commercial. I focus almost entirely on commercial real estate, condos, and I have a footprint in hospitality. As an agency, we're very active with restaurants and hospitality and basically what we consider the Sun Coast, the West Coast of Florida within our area, but we're licensed in 48 out of 50 states. So it's something that we're very active in. We're involved with the FRLA and a couple other larger groups within the state. So I was speaking with Howard earlier this week. One of our agency's partners, one of our owners, got an email with your group. It looked really, really intriguing. I did some research and I thought it was very interesting and maybe a good way to not only one benefit our agency, but provide value to any of the members of the group and the people that you're trying to positively impact. So that's sort of why I'm here and checking things out. So I do appreciate Howard spending some time with me on the phone the other day, and then you all for having me to the group. But we had a lawyer joke to start things off, and as an insurance agent, I don't think I'm too far down that list from a lawyer, especially in today's hard market. Depending on what industries, I'll learn what you all are doing, but everyone's being impacted in Florida with the insurance market. It's so difficult right now, and there's a lot of challenges. So what we try to do is come in and find solutions for our clients, and at the very least prepare them for what's to come and what we're hearing, so they can at least be prepared, whether it be in a coverage situation or regarding their own business's budgets, things of that nature. So that's a little bit about us, and I can get into more detail later on, but thanks again for having me here.
And so you don't do like workman's comp or you do?
Oh, so yes, we do.
Yeah, okay.
We consider, I mean, there's a lot of, we absolutely do workers' comp. We actually have a personal line side too. It's probably 10% of our agencies, homeowners and personal auto, but where I focus is entirely commercial. So commercial real estate, hospitality, and even condo associations fall into that as well. So yeah, workers' comp is obviously something that we would handle too.
Great. Sounds good. Thanks for coming. I think Rob, are you ready to go?
I'm always ready to go. Yeah,
I know.
sure.
I know. I just did that for formality.
Okay. Yeah,
All right,
I'm
I'm
ready
going
to
to
go.
introduce Rob Smith, who is our speaker today from Grubber. And the floor is yours, Rob.
All right. Well, thank you. You guys sit here every week after week and you watch me and you listen to me and you see this thing behind me. And I'm going to try to introduce my personal assistant to you today. I'm going to try and share my screen. You guys seeing that now?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. This is a pitch deck that the company has that I literally never use. So bear with me as I go through that. And then when we cover this stuff, then I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you the kiosk and how it works. And we're going to use it to perform a sample transaction so you can understand. The kiosks that we're selling to SMB are manufactured by Samsung. They come with a 3-year warranty and they are powered by software that is called Grubber software. It is, and in this PowerPoint slide, you'll see the key word here is affordable. For example, McDonald's paid about $30 million to build their kiosk solution. It's proprietary and private, but we have built a solution that works with large franchises and is too costly for small to medium-sized businesses. So they introduced a new version that is the QSR SMB kiosk made by Samsung. TouchSuite actually acquired and incubated Grubber in 2018. They're located in the same headquarters. We're here in Boca Raton, Florida. We sell the product nationwide throughout the US and Canada. We're in a 70,000 square foot office with about 120 employees. We're a $100 million company that processes about $30 million worth of $30 billion worth of transactions annually.
Wow.
And we have a very strong partnership with Samsung. You all know what's going on in the industry. We just talked about it a little bit pre-meeting. The problem is small to mid-sized businesses are having problems getting employees. Now, this isn't going to replace every employee in the house, but it's certainly it can replace all the front of house staff that are cashiers. To have somebody standing around just waiting for the next customer to come in and place an order, or to handle large loads at lunchtime becomes difficult for small businesses. And there's, they really can't handle what's coming in, and people will walk away if they come into a restaurant and there's a line. They'll go to the next restaurant in the shopping center. This solves people's labor shortage. They're having difficulty filling the position. Even if they fill the position, they're getting people who are calling in sick. They're making mistakes that cost them money. They're requesting time off. They're requesting benefits. They are requesting expensive pay, $15 an hour in California. I think I mentioned this in a different meeting. They're pushing their minimum wage to $22 an hour, and it's becoming almost impossible for small businesses to fill those positions with quality employees. And a kiosk is the perfect solution. There's a simple way for people to calculate the cost savings. I mean, basically, if your minimum wage is $15 an hour, you calculate out, we have a whole calculator that does this for people. But if you multiply out how many days you're open, this isn't rocket science. Anyone can calculate out the savings here. If you're paying so much, you're open so many hours, you're paying these employees, you're giving them benefits, the total cost savings by deploying a kiosk instead of an employee is about $6,700 a month. The great thing about kiosks is that they absolutely 100% increase the ticket size. And that is, and please don't, if you're interested in this at all, don't take my word for it. Please Google statistics on kiosks. You'll see it's not us telling you that. It is nationwide. It's all kinds of quality resources that are doing these surveys. And what the reason a kiosk increases the average ticket size is twofold. Number one, people tend to buy more with their eyes. It's a very different experience looking at a menu board and seeing a burger with fries, or looking at a kiosk and actually seeing a burger with fries. So when you see images, you tend to buy more. But in addition to that, Kiosks do automatic upselling. So you could talk yourself blue in the face as a restaurateur to try and get your cashier to upsell, like McDonald's did with the "would you like fries with that," or to try and sell your newest product, or to try and sell your dessert. And they will do that as long as the business owner is around. But the minute they walk away, they're not doing upsells. Well, a kiosk will automatically do upsells at any point during the transaction wherever somebody wants to build upsells. And that usually results in as much as, in fact, we're in the BurgerFis. BurgerFi reports nearly a 30% increase in ticket size on a kiosk compared to tickets on a cash register. It also, as I mentioned before, it eliminates lines. 77, and these are statistics, actually, they're stated here where they came from. 77% of customers will leave if there's a line. And there's another statistic that's not on this page that I think 68% of people would prefer to do business with a kiosk over a human being. And I know that seems like a really sad commentary on our society today, but we're moving in a different direction. We're moving into a technology age where people prefer to deal with technology over human beings. BurgerFi, as I just mentioned, BurgerFi reports unbelievable results. They are in all the BurgerFis. We have a really great video that was done by the chief technical officer at BurgerFi testifying to the results they're getting from deploying our kiosks. They are actually doing the same exact kiosk that small businesses have access to. There's no difference really in product other than integration to their specific POS. I covered this. These statistics I covered already. And it's very easy, especially if you're running Clover. So if you have a merchant who's running Clover, by the way, let me talk a little bit about the difference between what we have and what some of the POS systems have. For example, Toast. Toast will call their kiosk a kiosk, but it's not really a kiosk. It's really just a tablet on a base, and it's a forward-facing POS terminal. So what happens with people who are using Toast and they use their kiosk is that it's complicated. It's difficult to use, and they abandon the kiosk and come to the register, which completely destroys the whole purpose of why a restaurant would use a kiosk in the first place. So it's very important that the kiosk be simple and easy to use. And when I go through this transaction in a second, you're going to see our kiosk powered by the Grubber software is probably the easiest thing to use. If you've never even seen a computer before, you can use a Grubber kiosk. We easily integrate with the Clover POS, but we have two versions. We have the Clover POS integration, and then we have a completely freestanding kiosk that operates on its own with its own backend, its own reporting, its own exporting of reports. So you don't have to be on Clover, but it makes it easiest for a merchant to deploy it, because when it integrates with Clover, it literally pulls everything right out of Clover and adds it to the kiosk. So let me figure out how to get off of that. How do I stop sharing? There I go. Okay, I'm back, right?
Right.
Perfect. Okay, so this is the Samsung kiosk that is available for QSR. And what I want you to notice first about the kiosk is this video. They can upload, any merchant can upload a 30 meg video here. And the fact that it's moving is very important, and as opposed to a static image. So if you're like me, you walk into a restaurant and you're immediately scanning the restaurant looking for the register. If you're scanning the restaurant and you see a video playing on a screen like this, it automatically grabs your attention and you migrate to it. People are actually using this as a revenue source. So if merchants get co-op dollars from Coca-Cola or Pepsi or any other merchants, some of them are paying for this. They can use it to promote other locations or other restaurant concepts that the owner has. They can use it to push products that are being discontinued or to push products that are being just introduced. It's just a great tool, and it attracts people's attention. So it's very, very simple. This will probably be the easiest demo of any product you've ever done in your life. Why? Because it has to be easy. If the kiosk isn't easy to use, people will abandon it. And as I said before, that defeats the whole purpose of the merchant's choice to put a kiosk in. So you simply walk up and press tap to order. Now there's lots of customization that can be done here. We can gather people's email address or phone number to do additional marketing in the future. You can put a pile of table tents next to the kiosk, and we can gather a table tent number if they like to deliver the food to a table. You could have a stack of buzzers with numbers on it. We could collect the number while they're placing the order so that you can buzz them when the food is ready. There's lots of things that can be built into the kiosk, but we'll just select dine in. And what the customer sees is all the categories of their menu on the left-hand side, and then the items in that category load on the main menu. So we'll just pick something. We'll say, all right, let's get a chicken sandwich. All the modifiers, by the way, we are building this for them. They do not have to do anything. When they decide they want to do a kiosk, we're putting the whole menu in, we're loading all this stuff in. They're either supplying us with images of their entrees or we're using stock images. Obviously, we don't need pictures of lettuce, tomato, and pickle. That's all stock stuff. Let's just say lettuce, tomato, and pickle. And then you can have other substitutions. I'm going to substitute a multi-grain bun, and they just add it to their cart. There's a little mini cart that appears at the bottom so they can kind of review their order as they're working through it. They can change quantities on those orders. And let's just we'll add a glass of wine. Again, you can change quantities. You can remove items right from the mini cart. We can add a side. We can add sauces. You can add a special request if you notice there. All this stuff is built however the merchant wants their kiosk built. And then once you're done, you hit checkout. This review order shows all the modifiers they made. It really skyrockets a merchant's ability to get the order correct. Now, we can't control how it's made, but we can certainly eliminate anything lost in translation between the customer's order and the way it was taken at the register, because they can review the whole order and make changes or go back and add more things. They simply click pay, and here's an example of an upsell. This is where it really increases the average ticket with upsells. So this is in one place at the very end, but this could be placed anywhere. You could order a burger, it could try and upsell fries. You could be completed, it could try and upsell a dessert, whatever. And we'll just say yes. You can collect tips on the kiosk. I know that seems crazy, but everybody's collecting tips these days. People can select no tip. And then it's calculating out the total. It's basically asking the customer to pay for the transaction. Every time I do, I should have paid this credit card. It's a sample. It's a sample credit card, but many times it doesn't work. I don't know why. I think I slide it through too fast, or it gets caught. Sorry. Make sure I'm putting it in there, right? Okay, my credit was approved. It's processing. This is a typical Clover processing device, but it can be something other. And then the customer gets their receipt. In addition to that, a receipt prints. This comes bundled with a kitchen printer. So they get the order in the kitchen so they can prepare the food. And that's really it. That's how easy these things are to use. As far as costs are concerned, there are three main costs in having a kiosk. There's the hardware itself. There's the Grubber software subscription, which is what is running this. Buying a kiosk is kind of like buying a laptop without Windows. It literally has nothing in it. So the Grubber software is an online subscription. That is $99 a month. The kiosk bundle, which is the kiosk, the payment terminal, the kitchen printer, and the basic menu build, is $31.50. People do not have to pay that all up at once. We have lease terms. So literally somebody can get a kiosk in their restaurant just like this with zero out of pocket and not start paying anything until it's actually generating revenue for them. A typical lease payment on this thing over a 4-year period is about $148 a month. So it's extremely inexpensive. When you add that to the 99, you're talking $247 a month to have this kiosk operating. And I'm pretty sure you guys are not dealing with any QSR restaurants that are paying cashiers $247 a month to operate every hour that they are open. It's extremely cost effective. It's extremely accurate. And it basically legitimizes your small business and makes you look like you have big business technology, which you actually do. So the kiosk itself, the subscription to the software, and then payment processing. And with payment processing, we literally will match whatever they currently have if it's not integrated. If it is integrated, it automatically has any payment processing rates that they currently have. And that's it. Any questions?
Yeah, Rob, I'd like to ask you something. So this is, to some degree, is a tool to help employees process orders more. So in other words, if let's say a customer goes up to a kiosk and orders a donut or whatever it is, or any kind of a meal, that all that information goes into the computer at the register there, and all the employees have to do is just, read the menu and then process the orders. Is that the way it works, or?
No, that is not the way it works. It actually operates as its own register. So it is self-ordering. Instead of seeing a cashier, nobody at the employee level has to get involved in the transaction at all. It literally is taking the transaction, accepting payment, and then submitting the order to the kitchen. So there's no interaction. That's what's so great about it. It replaces the employee that's standing at a cash register, and it allows small business to then reallocate their staff so that they can be more productive. Imagine just paying somebody to stand at a register and wait for the next order to come in during a slow period. That's just wasted money every hour. This thing will allow you to take that employee that you're paying anyway, put them in the back, and get more production. You can produce twice as much food if you have twice as many people in the back. You can reallocate employees to the back of the house instead of having them in the front.
That is
Rob,
fantastic. Fantastic.
Great presentation, Rob. I did have a couple questions that came to mind. Sure. Number one, do you guys have an option where it can be a monitor in the back as opposed to printing the tickets out? That's updated real time.
We have KDS options as well. If you're in the Clover ecosystem and we're integrating with that, it integrates with your existing KDS. If not, we have our own KDS that can be supplied instead of a kitchen printer.
Very cool. And also, do you run into any obstacles with ADA? Like, someone who's blind, how would they order from this? Is there a voice option to it? Things like that.
There are no voice options. That's actually a really good point, but this is actually shown on a stand. This is an optional stand. It's made to be on a counter level. So if a restaurant was concerned about that, they could have a lower countertop so that it was down a little bit lower.
Rob,
I could see a need for a voice option to come in too down the road.
Sounds like a great idea. There's lots of options. Like we are on our 4th iteration of the software right now. The new release is supposed to be done by the end of March. That one actually has language options. So when you first log in, you can select a different language. We are working with, I can't tell you who it is because we haven't signed the contract yet, but we are working with a very major US landmark that has like dining facilities in it, where they actually transact 350 orders an hour. And we're deploying 17 kiosks in that restaurant. Wow. It's really unbelievable.
So Rob, this is more cost effective than if you were hiring somebody with an employee. Let's say if you have a fast food company like BurgerFi or McDonald's or Dunkin' or whatever it is. This is more practical as far as cost effectiveness.
It's more cost effective. It's definitely more cost effective than hiring an employee. It also is a revenue generator because of the upsells and people buy more with their eyes. And it's a headache solver. I mean, you hire an employee and 3 months later they quit. How much time did you spend training them on your POS, training them on your product line? This thing never requires training, never asks for breaks, never takes vacation. It literally works 24/7 if you want it to.
Does it have the option on a debit card, you know, the little things where you can just run it across rather than sliding a credit card through?
Great question. So this thing accepts all kinds of digital payments: Visa,
Right.
MasterCard, Discover, American Express, PIN debit, touch. Like that's what you're
Touch,
talking about, touch
yes,
payments. It also accepts Google Pay and Apple Pay.
Wonderful.
Wow,
And,
that's-
and I have used something very similar to that and did order more than I would have to share
Yeah.
with a friend of mine because it looks so good.
It's
So
it's common.
absolutely, I can contest that's absolutely a fact.
Great to
Yeah,
hear. It's
every
pretty
time I
common.
order something extra, I think of you.
Great. Anything
No,
else?
they're great. They're great and they're going to be everywhere. There's no
think-
question.
I think what you said earlier in your presentation, which by the way was terrific, you said that we're moving into a technologically oriented, world,
Yeah.
and that is 100% correct. And people of a certain generation, and are going to go down fighting and screaming and kicking. But it's coming. It's here. It's what we are now.
It is, and it's kind of crazy because I think that as a generation, and I don't know how old everybody is here, and I don't want to know, but I'm in my mid 50s.
I'm not telling.
I'm in my mid 50s, and I think we all deserve a pat on the back for keeping up with technology. I mean, I'm quite
Right.
sure that you guys grew up just like I did. We didn't even have cable TV. There were 3 channels on the TV. We've gone through cell phones, computers, and now we're to handheld devices and digital technology like this. And I think, I have this argument with my son all the time, who's 21. He's like, what do you don't even know what you're talking about. I mean, I said, you have no idea how much transition we have lived through. I mean, they're being born right into it. My son's been using a cell phone. I was 30 or something before I had my first cell phone, or 27 maybe.
I thought the fax
Exactly.
machine. I thought the fax machine was the biggest innovation
Exactly.
in business.
Yeah, well, we still have fax, but it's e-fax through the computer. You have to
Right.
scan it and then fax it, which is
Right.
great because you keep all your documents anyways. But that thing, there's a lot of those, maybe not that particular one, but when you walk into a place and you're going to order, they say, go ahead and use the kiosk. And especially many of them at the airport, they don't,
Right.
there's people standing there, like one lady, to hand you your order, and you order everything there. So I think it's great. I don't like dealing with people a lot of times. I'd rather just see what I want and not be bothered, pay and be done with it. So
Rob,
I
by the
think
way-
it's great.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Rob, I just want to say your presentation was just fantastic.
Thank you
It
very
really is great. I want to ask you, how does it work with, let's say, online products? If there are companies or stores out there have online products, could you do something with that? Is that, what I'm saying? If they,
So you mean if a store, if all their products are online and
Correct.
that's the way they're selling, like e-commerce, it's really
Right.
meant for brick and mortar. I mean,
Right.
we have a few very strange installations. We have a flooring company that's out in the Midwest that wanted kiosks for some reason. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out why, but they're very happy with them. And the way they use them is contractors come into the flooring company all the time, and they don't want to wait to be served because everybody at the company is serving retail customers. So contractors come in, they place their order for flooring, make the payment, drive around to the back and just pick up their flooring.
Yeah.
We have another one where it's like medical supplies, and they placed a kiosk inside of a nursing home so that the people can just place their order and then they deliver it directly to the nursing home.
Oh,
I have
question.
another restaurant that's in a shopping center down a little, but like 6 spaces down from a pool hall. So they put the kiosk in the pool hall, and then the pool hall people can place orders and they deliver it. There's lots of applications for it.
The Quest Diagnostics, the people who analyze your blood and all that, they use a kiosk to check in.
Yep,
Yeah.
we even have a check-in kiosk at the front of our
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Love it.
Any other questions for Rob? Well, Rob, that was a great presentation, great demonstration. I hope everybody understands, the benefits of using what you have.
Thank you so
And
much.
Thank you. Is there anybody in the group who would like to schedule themselves for a demo in the upcoming weeks? Where's Terry? Is Terry Lina on? You're on.
I think you said demo, but I think you mean a presentation.
I'm sorry, President.
I got the word demo stuck in your head.
Okay, yeah. Well, a demo or a presentation. I'd like to get some of the newer members to do it. If you,
Yeah.
Terry,
I would love to do it, but can I schedule it? Because I won't be on the next two meetings because I'll be in Vegas for a national sales meeting. And then I have vacation.
there's
So
no excuse. You can come on to the meeting from Vegas.
I wish I could. I hate going to Vegas.
Yeah, we can schedule. You just pick a date and let me know.
Okay, great. Thanks.
And anybody else? Are you volunteering, Terry?
Excuse me?
I thought you had your hand up. I thought you were volunteering.
No. I'm trying to keep the phones quiet. Sorry.
All right. So again, thanks again, Rob.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I appreciate that.
That
Howard.
was great. That was great. And I want to go across the street to that restaurant that we had that experience at and say, hey,
Well, don't
we
say anything
have
yet.
your solution.
Hey, Ron Weber, you on? I see.
Yes, I'm on.
Would you like to do a presentation?
Yeah, I can do a presentation. Just give me a week. In fact, I'll send you an email, Howard, and
Okay.
we'll find the time that'll work.
Okay, I think your product would be, great for us. All right, so let's get into our intros. Let's try and keep it short, and let's start with Darren and Mark. As I said, don't worry about writing down names and numbers and everything. I'll send everybody a spreadsheet at the end of the meeting with all the contact information of the people out of here.
Good morning, everybody. Darren Gall, Tracy.net. Rob, great presentation. You really help people screen their customers.
Yeah.
In a good way. But what we do, we are a communications consulting and solution provider. And what does that mean? It means we take you through that maze of carrier haze, that I like to call it, and help you find the right solution at a price within your budget. So we take everything from finding pain points, finding must-haves, finding things that you don't have, you wish you had, introducing you to things you didn't know existed, and then developing a phone system that is cloud-based, so it can work at any location at any time, and gives you the functionality you need at a price you're willing to pay within your budget. So we work with all the carriers. We also have our own platforms, so we truly consult and find the right solution at the right price. Best part is we get paid by the carriers. It doesn't cost you anything for our services. So then that's Darren Gall, Tracy.net. It's Tracy with an I, TRACI.net. And I'm here to help you.
You want to give a phone number?
Phone number is 800-881-8899. And we are national, so we can handle anybody in any state.
Okay, great. Thank you. Casey, good morning. I got you on mute. Hold on, Casey, he's still on mute. There you go.
Am I unmuted
No,
now?
you're good. You're good.
Okay. So we're SC Jetting, and we work currently in Central Florida out of Lake Wales. We specialize in sewer and drain cleaning, but also commercial kitchen drain cleaning. We have great warranty programs for our restaurants, and our phone number is 863-458-3609.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John Mulholland, the only one of the three musketeers that are here.
Yeah, I know. Chris's wife had to go in for surgery.
You're right.
As far as I know, I just found out like an hour before. And Kevin goes, "Are you gonna be on the call today?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my morning." these calls every Friday. Hey, good morning. This is John Mulholland with the Strategic Supply Chain. You can actually Google it for the information. I don't know, Chris always goes into detail of what we do, but the bottom line is we're going to save 10 to 15% on your food cost. And there's no charge at all to the restaurant. Take money out of the savings. These guys work with 200, 300, 400 chain restaurants. So if you have a 4 or 5 chain, even a 2 or 3, we can do it. Also, this is a referral group in my eyes. So anybody who wants a referral agreement, please give me a call, email me, text me, and I'll send one over to you. You get 10% on a monthly basis. So that could be a good extra cash for your pocket. That's it for me today. I want to keep it short and sweet.
Okay, thank you. John McCabe, good morning. I got you on mute, John. I put everybody on mute during Rob's presentation, so you could take yourself off now. There you go,
Good
John.
morning, everyone. I'm John McCabe with Carpigiani. We're a large manufacturer of frozen dessert equipment and pastry equipment. We're part of the Ali Group, and we're growing. Very interesting, Rob. Great presentation. I've got a couple of people I can refer you to. One guy's up in Maine, New Brunswick. Told me this morning he's looking for 25 people to work in his shop. He's only got 4, and one of those people is negotiating with him because he can go 3 other places. So it's really becoming a real factor that people are looking at their menu. They change it, like going instead of having ice cream to scoop. They're saying maybe we have to soft serve. It comes out easier. The machine cuts down on the labor. So it's just a really lot of things going on in the industry that are a lot different than we've had in the past. And it's the technology is going to really help in the long run. We're doing some things with some of our equipment, like for instance, a machine we have that makes pastry creams and other things that you don't have to have a chef standing over the stove stirring it for half an hour to just put the ingredients in, and the machine will do all the functions for it. You got Disney using those, and as well as a lot of other people that want their chefs doing upscale things, not just sitting on top of the stove every day. So we're here. It seems like we're trying to really help people and just need to open up the doors, and people got to listen to us. So I'm available anytime people want to increase their business with frozen desserts or pastry. At 1-368-6406 or John M at carpigiani-usa.com. Have a great day.
Thank you. Randy, good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Randy Pomputis here. Great presentation. Mark Sabo. I also get my last name butchered. I'm actually on your side today. I'm in Tampa. I'm meeting with a general agent. I'm with Heartland. We're exclusively endorsed with the FAIA. So we partner with insurance brokers, and we don't sell those ancillary services. So very excited to have you aboard here. Like I said, Randy here with Heartland Payroll and HR. We do everything from startups to acquisitions and all points in between. Seeing a lot of new employees coming aboard on the payroll registers. Not a whole lot to say. I'm heading into a meeting, like I said. I'm traveling to Vegas on the 4th as well. So, but I will be on the call, and because I'm always mobile. So just great to be back on, and hope everybody has a great weekend coming up.
Okay, thank you. Listen,
Oh,
if
wait. 585-622-2993.
okay. You know, there's an old expression that if you come on a networking call remotely in Vegas, you have a better chance of winning at the slots. John Marnick, good morning.
I'm going to go to Vegas then. John Marnick, Marnick Food Service Consultants. We do designs for restaurants, hotels, anything with food in it. You can count on us to do the design. We're doing a commissary right now for USDA and anything in between. So if you need anything with packaging, anything with just regular mom and pop restaurants, we're there for you. 954-817-1183. Again, 954-817-1183, Marnick Food Service Consultants.
Thank you. Terry Lina, good morning.
Good morning. Terry Lina, Workwear Outfitters. I keep trying to think what's the easiest way to talk about uniforms because they're normally the biggest pain in everybody's butt, right? So one of the things that we do at Workwear Outfitters is we work with you to help, from logo to just helping with pick the right garment, whether it's front of the house, back of the house, maintenance, grounds, we help do it all. So we have every type of uniform you could possibly imagine. My number is 720-244-4972. Again, it's Terry Lina, Workwear Outfitters.
Hey, thank you. Peter Robinson, good morning.
Good afternoon.
And good evening. There he is. Peter, are you there? Can't hear you. You're not on mute. Okay, I'll do it. Peter is Hudson Robinson Realty. He's a business broker. He helps you buy or sell a business. And he's based in Boca Raton, and he's been doing it for a lot of years. And give him a call. 561-445-8198. From memory, folks, from memory. I still got it.
And his office is located right at the edge of the Golden Gate Bridge. Isn't that
Ron Weber, good morning.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I work for a public company in Australia that has a distribution in the States. And we are a leading manufacturer of metal detectors and gold detectors, as well as a countermining and communication division. I launched our hospitality division about 1.5 years ago. Our first product that we launched is called Silver Saver. It's a device that fits over 32 and 44 round garbage cans to help restaurants in the hospitality industry save money by avoiding their staff carelessly throwing away silverware, as well as other items like ramekins, with the use of our Silver Saver labels that make them detectable. I can be reached at 630-596-6527. My email is ron.weber@minelab.com. Thank you all.
Thank you. John Bunn, good morning.
Good morning. Great presentation, Robert. Oh, where do I begin? We manufacture the bun tying machine. My name is John Bunn. My grandfather invented it 116 years ago now. When you look at a lot of different products that were ever tied with twine, bakeries, your pork roast, beef roast, or even rotisserie chickens, we've tied it all. Typically we say, you name it, we've tied it. Today, the report's out that 80% of the delivery drivers admit to eating the foods they deliver. It's pretty disgusting. Stickers don't work, the moisture in the boxes, the products, stickers come apart. They've even had people tell me that they walk in and they ask the restaurants for stickers because they don't stay. Well, where's the security if they give the drivers the stickers? So our machines tie a knot. In the lower right corner, oh, right, there is the bun knot. It cannot be duplicated by hand. With over 1,500 different variations in the last 116 years, we can build a machine to secure your product for delivery drivers. Our website is buntyco.com, spelled BUNNTYCO.com, stands for Bun Tying Company, nothing to do with Tyco. Our email is info@buntyco.com, and our 800 number is 222-BUN. Give us a call, we'll help you out. Thank you, Howard.
Okay, Peter, are you back with us? No, I guess not. All right.
Howard, if I can, one little plug.
Yeah, sure.
This weekend before the Daytona race, There's ARCA. I emailed you or texted your phone, the car. There is a young boy by the name of Brighton Lassiter, B. Lassiter Motorsports. We got a little insignia on the side of his cars on the left and right side. It says, you know, our little logo there. If everybody's interested in it, he's a young man that goes by the Pizza Man, and his helmet is actually been painted as a pepperoni pizza. If anybody's into racing, check it out. It's going to be fun. I actually get to go down into the pits with my son and a friend. So we're going to have a large weekend. But if anybody wants to see something before the Daytona race, could be fun, could be cool. And have a great weekend, guys.
Okay. Peter, hey, put yourself on mute, Peter. You back?
Thank you for your patience. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
All right. I apologize to everybody. I as a hobby, I play with musicians online all over the world. It's a very interesting thing. And I switch my mics back and forth. I apologize to everybody. Robert, great presentation. I'm going to put one in my house, even if I don't need one. You know? So anyway, I appreciate it. If anybody has any questions, I work as a business broker throughout the state of Florida. My expertise is restaurants and other types of businesses. If anybody would like to have a conversation, you're welcome to give me a call, send me some of your financial statements. I will give you an idea what I believe your business is worth. It's an excellent time to sell a business in Florida and buy a business in Florida. Florida is one of the states in the union that the population is growing every day. Anyway, thank you very much.
Okay. Helen and Rob. I got you on mute, Rob, and Helen, I don't know if she's here.
Yeah, Helen's not here today. We're having some company over tonight. Hi, I'm Rob Goddessman. My wife and I have a nonprofit business. Actually, 2 weeks ago, we became officially nonprofit. That took, believe it or not, we actually submitted the IRS. It took 3 weeks and we got approved. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. But it was really good. We had a really great account. Anyway, we have a mobile ice cream cart called Delicious Spoonfuls, where we employ people with disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, mental illness, vets, and we actually do a lot of function events. We do weddings, bar mitzvahs, pop-up locations, a whole variety of different things. We actually ordered our ice cream cart just last week, and we're going to be actually more or less picking it up the end of March at the Cater Source, which is going to be in the convention center. I think it's March 27th to the 30th. It's really interesting. I thought people should go to it. Basically that's it. We're hoping to do, like I said, a lot of events. Our ice cream, our coffee, desserts are really, really fantastic. And, if you go to our website, thanks to Howard and Terry, I wanted to say this is the most fantastic Zoom information. Restaurant news is absolutely superb amongst the whole restaurant industry. Everybody I meet, I tell everybody about Howard and Terry about what they're doing, because it's a great resource for the community.
Thank you.
And I just want to say that our Bento Box website will be up hopefully by the end of the month. We've been trying to we've been having a problem with color coordination between the graphic designers and the people who are implementing it. We finally got it, and hopefully it'll be launched. If you want to reach me, 561-676-2075 for me, Helen, 561-676-2078 for Helen. And you'll see our posting, very, very soon. And Terry will be getting back to you very soon on all that information. We've been delayed. I've also had problems myself. I've had terrible back injury. I can't walk very well. I've been going through PT, but hopefully it'll recover soon. So that's what I do, and I want to thank everybody here. And Robert, that was superb. That presentation was so thorough. I just, it answered all our questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Terry, you with us? TRN
Not
Terry?
really. Never am.
All right, give us who you are.
Hi, Terry, today's restaurant news. Sorry about that, folks. I handle the monthly leads report, including the office. And what I do here is a very long and time-consuming process of taking everyone's leads that they give me, formatting them into a spreadsheet and getting them out to you by the 9th of the month. We do have one for Florida. We do have one for Georgia. Last month, for some reason, crazy, but in February, we had almost 80 brand new leads in Florida. Now there's normally 50, 60, 70, but 80, that's a lot. And so we were very proud of that, and they've been pouring in. So we're trying really hard to get them all out and get them formatted and get them to you. You get the owners' names, the addresses, I'm sorry, I keep getting these calls that I'm desperately trying to, that was why I wasn't on. Can you see me now?
Yeah.
So sorry. My phone just keeps ringing. I can't. Okay. And so you get the email addresses, very important, the owner's phone numbers. It's a whole line of how big the facility's gonna be. A lot of extra information in that one little tiny line in between the owner's name and the address. So if anybody wants a sample, please email me. I'm happy to send it to you. Thanks.
Okay, Mark Sobo, you want to do any additions to your intro? Let me get you. There you go.
Yeah, just briefly, I really enjoyed the presentation too, Robert. I know that's been said. You did a great job. I enjoyed hearing everybody talk a little bit about who they are and what kind of work they're involved with. It seems like a great group. So again, Howard, thanks for having me. But yeah, just as far as the insurance market, I know my information is going to go out. If anybody has any specific questions or broad questions, like I said at the beginning, I do want to be a resource to the group for that kind of thing. So feel free to send them my way. There's a lot going on, especially in Florida. So everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for having me. And I'm sure I'll be seeing you all soon.
Thank you.
You too.
Just for general information, Rob and Helen are resident restaurateurs. They've been with us since the inception of their concept, and I think they have used several of the vendors in the group, and we thank them for that. And any other restaurateur who may be watching, if you'd like to attend the meeting or get in touch with us, give us a call at 561-620-8888. And I'm Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant News. We are in our 28th year of publishing. We started in 1996, and in 2018, we became a digital publication. So we are now international. Believe it or not, we've got readers. I just got one from Austria yesterday.
Wow.
We also have additional services that we provide. We do email marketing, video email marketing, and what Terry does, the new opening restaurant report. And I'm working on some things that might come to be over the next couple of months, which I'm not going to say about yet, but I'm excited to try, and I think it's going to be beneficial to everybody. As I said, if you want to schedule yourself to do a presentation to the group, please let me know. And anything else that anybody want to mention before we wrap it up? I had a story to tell you about a situation that happened to us. It involves labor, and one thing I do want to mention, anything that we do here is not meant to be a gripe section. It may be initially a complaint or bringing attention to something that may be negative in a restaurant, but it's made to be a learning experience for a restaurant owner. Getting it from a consumer point of view. So it's very, very important. And the story that I have, you'll have to wait till next week. But it was really, unless you want to stay around afterwards. But any of it, Mark, thank you for coming. Casey, again, thanks for coming, and hope you'll join us permanently.
Thank you.
And those of you who are attending the trade show for the next couple of meetings, have a great show, and we'll see you next week.